circles. Might as well jump in the hole and be a bunny. Be a bunny.
Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás? Mi amo Alicia, también conocido como Coneja. Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, also known as Rabbit, and today we're playing PowerWash Simulator. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since we played the game, and I'm just happy to be doing something that's not fixing up a house or going through a hidden object scene. Yikes. Okay, I'm the story of Egg Mattis is seriously taking me in. Anyway, most likely you saw the three photos during the intro and you're probably confused and want an explanation or probably don't care about that explanation. I'm going to give it to you anyway. I want to make sure the gameplay of any game on my channel is as comfortable for you as it is for me. I am over the age of 18, over the age of 21. This is going to be cursing, cussing, and adult topics. Seriously. And to go a little bit more in detail on the cursing side of things, I have changed what I use my cursing since 2018, which was a kind of a highlight in my life as of now. And I no longer use religious words in my cursing, such as God, Jesus Christ, holy, anything like that, seriously. And I've recently figured out what words to replace them with, and I'm happy. Anyway, I am asking for your help because I still haven't gotten used to not using religious words in my cursing. So, if at any point in this video I accidentally slip and use a religious word, and either accidentally decide to keep it in the video or purposely left it in, please call me out on it. Comment down below. Seriously, I need to get used to this, and it's driving me nuts that I haven't got used to it. With that in mind, let's go ahead and get into the game, shall we? And it still says, for fuck's sakes, that go away. Sorry, getting virus notifications. Not that my laptop has any viruses. It's just saying time for a scan. New jobs, right? What's new? Have I technically? Oh, it's just saying new because I haven't clicked on any of these. This is definitely new. Hello, Alice's Adventures. I'm excited for that one. That must have been the new job that was coming up. And it still says new winter job. I need to figure that out. Anyway, career. Ooh, new bonus jobs. Ah! Seriously, I look forward to. Oh, there's a 3 and a 4 now. Ooh, things are getting interesting. Alright, we are still on the skate park. Let's go ahead and look over it real quick. We already know the description of the job. The details. We got a lot to clean. I was supposed to look that. Whoops. I was supposed to look that up, and I didn't. On how skate parks are made. Oh, and it says here that showing dirt is hitting tab. Was it that or did I change dirt? No, it was the crouch. It was the stand crouch prone key control. I changed the key to that because I was having issues with it, and I'm still having issues. But I think that's partly on my end and not. I think that's partly on the game's end and not my end. So I was kind of a. Oh, that's the shadow. Jeez. Railing. Wall. I mean, we still have that wall, but that railing's done. Alright, now, let's see. What should we clean next? Oh, right, I was gonna finish the floor. And let's do that, shall we? Actually, wait. Where are we with the... Let's go with that. Am I still? Part of my game is covered. There we go. Actually, I'm curious. Where am I with power washing? We're on that. Oh, I am excited. All right, I've wasted enough time talking here. Or procrastinating the gameplay, I should say. So, how are y'all doing? How's the new year going for ya? So, I do have to admit, I have been having issues with not just my computer, but my laptop as well. And I think y'all are aware about the issues I'm having with my computer. The hard drive melted, and the people that have my computer are saying nothing can be done. Well, they're not saying that nothing can be done, but like they tried to read the hard drive, they tried to decode and all that, and they were saying that they were able to decode all the lines, all the readable lines, but there is one specific line that's unreadable, and the only way for them to read it is if they get some equipment. And instead of them paying it out of their own damn company's pockets, they're saying that I should buy it for them? It makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense that they don't. It makes sense that they. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. I mean, if he is, if this person knows that there's equipment out there that can do this, and he never once bothered to get it himself with the get it themselves with the company money, and they're insisting that a client should be paying for it, that's just not. That's corporate greed right there. Like, they're not being considered that not everyone is made of money. And this person is aware of it too, the person that told me this information. Like, I actually told the person, like, I am not made of money, I can't afford this. And he's like, well, yeah, I understand that, but this is how much it's going to cost for you to get the hard drive readable and into a new computer. And it just makes no sense. Like, I told him specifically that I can't afford it. And he's saying that I still have to pay it out of pocket? Like, this equipment isn't going to be in my possession. It's going to be in your possession. Why should I buy it? And you know what? I think I'm going to confront them on that matter. I keep saying him, but I know there's more than one person that works at that business. It's frustrating. So I think either after this recording or the Monday of, I'll probably contact them and question this matter. Because it makes no fucking sense of why they think I should be the one to buy it. I'm going to be complaining about this, like, constantly. Especially in my own head, you know? So, it is what it is. And now, like, the main issue I was having trouble with the laptop last year was that I couldn't get into it. I made the mistake of trying to reset the laptop because I couldn't remember the password. And in doing so, I locked myself out because even on the other, because the second option of resetting the laptop still required the password to the laptop. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck? So, it was like in November Um, was it November? It was either, no, I think it was October when I finally told my dad about it. Because I know my dad has connections. I know my dad knows people, um, or at least has a way of getting things done, you know. Because, you know, we're Italians. We gotta have people in our pockets in some form. Um, and I'm not saying that because we're mafia. I'm legit just saying, like, Italians get shit done. I wouldn't be surprised if I am related to one, because I did look up my last name relatively recently. Uh, my dad's surname, not my mom's. And I was like, oh, because I found out there is a family mafia of D'Agostino's, and I'm like, is there a chance that I mafia or is there not? Like, I don't know. It honestly kind of excites me, but it also has me legit scared, you know? Because if I say anything and they hear word that I'm like, oh, we could be related, yikes, I could actually be seriously in trouble. But who knows, you know? Maybe I can contact a lawyer or a private eye and ask for a pedigree chart on my dad's side of the family. Because I know my uncle on my mom's side um, managed to talk to someone in our family and doing a pedigree chart, and I can legitimately say I'm related to Peter Parker, not the Peter Parker, but a Peter Parker. Um, Honestly, it would have been a coup if he married Mary Jane Watson or someone with the name Mary Jane, but he didn't. It's someone else. I think it was a Susan, maybe a Sharon. I'd have to double check. But I know in that same time frame of Peter Parker, there was someone with the name Sarah Jane Buchanan. So that's kind of cool that there's actually a unique last name in my mom's side of the family. Because I love unique last names, y'all. I mean, Telly is kind of common. Parmenter, it's kind of it's not common, but it isn't unique enough, I should say. Just because, like, when you look it up, there are different spellings of the last name, but it is relatively uncommon, you know. And it's also kind of disappointing because my grandma on my dad's side, her maiden name is Cannon, which is definitely English. Um, English to the bone. Uh, because I didn't even have to look it up to know that it was English. I mean, to be honest, it's a UK surname, but like legitimately just the sounding of it, I was like, yeah, that's English. Because the only pure blood Americans in this country are Native Americans. And even then, like, I don't even know if they're actually from the Northern America. They're probably from Central America or whatever. I don't know. But I just know that there's no true pure blood Americans, you know? So, if you hear anyone saying that they're a pure blood American, like, call them out on it. Seriously, because that is fucking bullshit. And what's hilarious is that, I shouldn't say this just because it's a little bit insulting. Um, not just of my opinion on the matter, but of the situation. But I think this was like about 3, 4 years ago. One of my neighbors who um that has a disability. I don't know if it's mental or physical or whatever. Um, in my opinion, I think it's both, just because of like his physical features and how slow he is. and I'm not saying just physically, I mean mentally as well. Because I don't remember what the conversation was about, but I just remember him speaking up saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a thoroughbred," and I'm like, oh, "Excuse me, you mean pureblood? Thoroughbred is like a horse term? Is a animal term? I mean, technically it isn't, but normally it's used when when it when animals are concerned, you know." And for him to say thoroughbred, that basically meant that his family committed incest for him to be born. And considering the genetic mutations that he had, like, it never occurred to me that it is possible he was telling the truth. But it really startled me when he said that, you know? And it took me, like, even at that point in time, in when he said that, like, I was aware that um with so much incest in a family, genetic mutations can happen with the children. And it just never dawned on me that he could have been telling the truth up until I think a year or two ago. And I'm saying that because like within months after Encanto was released, Movie Theory, one of MatPat's channels, released a video saying there was a chance that incest was happening in Encanto because of how similar everyone looked. And I have to admit, I mean, oh, fuck's sakes. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. Had a call that I needed to answer. Something about my medical insurance. Alright, here we go. I just wanted to point out in recording that I was about to finish the floor. Yeah, do. So yeah, now that medical insurance has kind of been brought up, I've been getting constant scam calls about Medicaid and Medicare plans, Advantage plans, you know. And I'm just like, can it? Because I've already dealt with this shit. Like, the whole world just has to know that I'm on disability. Can you guys give it a fucking rest? Oy. But yeah, it's just like, my mom loves me to heck and just wants to make sure that I'm taken care of, especially after she passes. I mean, she's not that old per se, but she's well aware that she's getting close to the age of where her own mom, my grandma, was slowly degrading and needed physical care from someone else and not her own. And I'm not saying my mom needs that, but she's getting close to that age where my grandma was at that point in her life, you know. So my mom just loves me so, and she wants me taken care of even after she's passed, and I love that as such a supporting family. And I'm not gonna say in detail what it is that she's helping me out with for when for after she passes, you know, because it might screw things up. Not to mention that is her shit to reveal, not mine. What is happening? Oh, over here. Come on, baby. Are you fucking serious? What? I don't know what it is I'm missing, but oh well. Let's just go ahead and get to the outer walls over here. Do 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 do. I am actually. Oh, no, we're fine. Yeah, I just wanted to double check, like, what pressure we were on with the washer, because I couldn't remember if it was like a strong one or a weak one. I always forget that the orange one is, that the yellow one is the second strongest. Do 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 do. So now that I've kind of brought it up, I mean, I didn't technically say it, but it was pretty much implied. Will and testaments. People's last will and testaments. I mean, I get that it's important that, or I should say I know that it's important to know that your stuff is being taken care of after you're gone. And I have to admit, there might be clues on my dead hard drive, melted hard drive, in regards to what I want my stuff dealt with, you know. I mean, it may not have been done the legal way, but at least there are clues on my dead hard drive, melted hard drive. I keep forgetting that there's a difference between the two. That should shit happen to me, this is what to do. This is what you do. But it's just like, when it comes to that kind of shit, though, it's important that people know about your will and testament, and they are willing to follow through with it. And not a lot of families approve with what is on their relative's will, because there's a chance that they might actually be on the person's will, on their relative's will. And I think y'all know what I'm about to bring up. The movie Knives Out. I love that movie all the heck. I really do. I love all the little details the director put in. Like, he really knows his shit, considering he's the one that directed Baby Driver. Hey there, I've got one heck of a filthy sidecar. If you can fit us in, I can rent it up to you if that helps. Thanks. I'll get that done after this. If there's one thing I know about concrete, it's that it likes to be as flat as possible. Fuck off. You're just saying that because you're used to flat buildings. He's not wrong. That person's not wrong, though. Because a lot of buildings that are made of concrete are pretty much flat. Boring as fuck. But yeah, I love the movie Knives Out, and there's just so many clues in that movie that just kind of points to the obvious, you know. And even those who aren't that aren't that savvy with like legal shit and mysteries and all that, they're observant as fuck. Excuse me? There we go. They really are. Yeah, shit. Oh, come on. Really? I can't jump on furniture? I remember being able to walk on this. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Whoops. I gotta go over here because I realized I didn't. The top of this. There we go. Eh. There we go. Hi, kitty. Bark. Whoops. Whee! Gosh dang it, I gotta stop doing that. Okay. This is the highlight of my day. See, I am able to be on this part. What the fuck? Right, sorry. Knives Out. So it is kind of obvious. Not at first, but it is kind of obvious that it's Ransom that had implied that the caretaker was responsible. And Marta, that's what her name was. And he tried so hard. And it wasn't that he didn't try out of lack of conviction or anything like that. He was really close to framing her. If he hadn't have... Actually, no, he had to light it up. But there was actually a hint in 2 hints actually that he caused the fire before it was even revealed that he did it. And it's when he and Marta are at his place. Because when she reveals to him the letter that she got from the blackmailer, supposed blackmailer, he was saying that this person knows what you did, and they're hinting that they're willing to expose you. And during this part of the speech, you can see a line of like gas cans behind him. And I think this was when she told him about the blackmailed letter. I can't remember, because I know she was at his place early in the movie. And like in the corner of the scene, like you can see gas cans, like multiple of them. It wasn't just 1 or 2. It wasn't just 2 or 3. There was at least 4 or 5, maybe 7. And then after, and then later on, before the actual like going to the Bloodworks place, the lab, you get to see his place again, and when the camera is faced on him talking, out in the corner of your eye, on the corner of the scene, you'll notice those gas cans are gone. And you're like, huh. If you're observant enough and you notice this, you're like, huh, I wonder what happened to those gas cans. And the next part of the movie, you're at the lab and it's on fire. Like, what the fuck? You're going to be thinking, why the fuck would Ransom set it on fire? Unless he knew it would show that she was innocent. Which meant Martha wasn't the one that got the blackmail, it was him. Which, KFC detective at the end revealed. I'm sorry, but that joke, it may have been a rude one, but it's just so fucking funny. CSI KFC. Oh, fuck's sakes. I laugh every time I hear it. I know it's such a rude joke, but oh my gosh, it just makes me laugh every fucking time. Because, he's right. Like, he's so fucking right. Daniel Craig may not be very good with British accent, may not be very good with American accents, but he fucking nailed it by sounding like a Southern guy. Cause Ransom called him out on it, Oh, this is so fucking funny. But yeah, so like in the beginning, or I shouldn't say in the beginning, but at some point during the movie, like the family kind of corners the youngest kid in the family saying, "What did you hear?" And the kid says, "I heard my will and I'm warning you." And this pretty much revealed that, Ransom was cut out of the will. And just for some fucking reason, everyone says, "Oh, this is so good for you." And Ransom, being the Chris Evans that he is, up yours. Up your ziggies with a Wawa brush. I mean, he didn't actually say that, but my gosh. If y'all don't know, that's a line from Strike. All I Want to Do. I mean, the main movie is called All I Want to Do. But the the suggested title for it is Strike rather than All I Want to Do. And I think Rachel Leigh Cook is in it, and Kirsten Dunst, and a couple of other iconic actresses. One of them being the aunt from Peter Pan, the Jeremy Sumpter movie. I think that's the same actress. Yeah, it is. She plays the headmistress. And she just fucking nails that part, you know? Because I can totally see her as a headmistress. Anyway, I think it's just so funny that out of the entire movie of Knives Out, like, pretty much everything is pointing to Ransom, especially because he insists the staff calls him Hugh, and everyone says it's because he's an asshole. But it's just weird because, like, it makes sense that he would want the staff to call him Hugh, because only those close to him should be calling him Ransom. I mean, his birth given name is Hugh, and only those who know his nickname is Ransom should be those who he is personally close to. He is never close, like, he doesn't consider the staff his family, which I totally understand. In a lot of rich families, they don't always consider the staff their family. I don't think he's an asshole for doing this. And forgive me if you think that's a dick, like, if I don't blame you for judging me on that. Because, I mean, I think of all perspectives, people. Like, if you've watched my channel enough, you know that I think of all perspectives, all sides to a story. And I understand Ransom's perspective, and not just, like, why he committed this kind of crime, but why he wants the staff to call him Hugh and not Ransom. Like, it makes sense. And to be fair, he is also kind of dumb. Or I shouldn't say dumb, but there's a difference between dumb and stupid. And we're blatantly told, like, at the beginning, by Harlan himself, that Ransom can't tell the difference between a real knife and a stage prop, or like a real object from a stage prop. And if y'all don't know, like, pretty much every single knife on that little throne that he has is fake. Seriously fake. Why would he put real knives? Why would he use real knives for a throne? And if anyone ever thinks they're real, it is because they know how tough Harlan is. And the fact that Ransom never considered that those knives were fake just goes to show he actually viewed his grandpa a threat. Like, he never considered that Harlan can actually make a joke. And for a grandchild to think, for me to realize that he doesn't consider his grandfather an actual grandfather, but a dick, a mean codger, just like, it's sad. Because as a grandparent, you want your children and your grandchildren to know that you mean well and that you love them. And he never revealed that until his dying day. Like, he realized how terrible of a parent he was, how terrible of a grandparent he was, and he realized that if he's gonna make any of them happy, he has to cut them off. Because they are already happy without him. Just like, and he realized that right off the bat, especially after he found out that his daughter's husband is a fucking cheater. He's like, I want you to be happy. You should know the truth about this matter. Cut off the dead, cut off the dead, cut off the roots of a dead plant. You know. It just, it makes sense of why he cut everyone off. It's just because he realized no one was happy, and they were more happy when he wasn't involved. And so when Marta made that mistake of the medicine mix-up, like, a lot of the people that I've watched on YouTube reacting to this movie, a lot of them just don't pay attention to what Marta said. That there's a reaction to overdosing on morphine. And he didn't have a single ounce of those reactions. Like, he was sane. He could think for himself. And the fact that he was writing down, and the fact that he said, oh, this sounds like a good murder weapon to use in a story. And, like, he knew very well that he was fine. He knew very well that he could very well live if he continued to live if he wanted. But he knew that his family was happier without him. And so he realized, if they're happier without him, dying and knowing that my will is already sorted with Marta getting everything, this is perfect to just go ahead and die. And have them believe that Marta was the smartest of them all and not the family. Like, he was more happy with Marta getting everything just because he knew everyone was already happy with what they have. And they just never considered that. No one in the family ever considered that. They just assumed that he was murdered. Especially with the way the detective and the police were taking care of things. Like, I admit, the police weren't very smart in their moves, but neither was the detective. Like, it's so weird how everything just laid out, you know. Everything was done to a T because Harlan knew everyone was happier without him. And I think even Great Nana knew this too. I'm surprised she's not dead. I wonder how old she is. Jeez. I imagine she's not that older than Harlan, though. Like, if she is ancient, just imagine how old Harlan is, you know? They must be relatively, like, 15, 20 year... There must be at least a 15 or 20 year age gap. If she is still alive. She must have been super young when she had Harlan. Aw, little heart. Damn. It's so relieving just knowing. I'm surprised that I figured this out, like, just talking to you guys in this video. I didn't realize until today, like, until recording this for you guys, that he was legit happy with how things left, with the way things he handled before he died. He was so calm and collected when Marta was panicking. And because she was panicking, she never considered to pay attention to Harlan and realize, oh, he's absolutely fine. He's not ODing. Why am I reacting this way? Like, she was legit panicking because she thought she gave him an overdose. And the fact that she couldn't find the backup medicine to cure that overdose, like, she was in an even more panic. She was in an even more panic. And she wanted to call the police because she wasn't being observant. But she managed to be observant enough to know the difference between the two medicines. And I think that's because, as the detective pointed out, she's a good nurse. And it's because she had given Harlan the same medication just like over and over. She's so used to putting things in a specific order with the meds. And the fact that Ransom never considered that option, he just figured mixing the two would have been easy. But he never considered that Marta has been doing this for many years for Harlan, that she would know on instinct which one is which. Like, he just never considered that option. No one ever did. I mean, she legit knew what to do with the medicine because, once again, like the detective said, she was a good nurse. She's a good nurse for knowing the difference between the two. Just because, like, she had been so used to giving Harlan the medicine in a specific order, in a specific way, that she was accustomed to. And it just happened to be the correct way that she gave him before she realized the labels were mixed. It's just interesting on how Rian planned it out for the movie. I think that's the director's name, Rian Johnson. But I am kind of noticing that we're getting close to the time, but I know I paused at least once or twice during the video, so I'm going to go a little bit longer just to make up for that. Because I know I flubbed up the intro at least a tiny bit. Oh wow, my laptop's already making noise. I love Knives Out, and I will always love talking about it if anyone brings it up, you know? And I don't know if it was in the previous video of PowerWash or if it was a House Flipper episode, but I remember bringing up Legally Blonde the musical. I have to admit, it's like one of my most favorite musicals ever, especially for Broadway musicals. It's got to be the best the movie to musical adaptation ever. And I think it's because the story of it is a little bit different. The layout of the story, I mean. Like, the whole plot and how everything is played out, it's almost to a T. But there's just so much more detail to the musical than there was for the movie, that you're just like, oh, that's cool. And you know, stage musicals are always different from movies. in some fashion, and I think it's because there's music and there's song. But I think one of my favorite songs, granted a lot of the songs in Legally Blonde the musical are always in my head playing somehow, but I think one of my most favorite songs from the musical is So Much Better Than Before. And I think it's because it's such an iconic song and most people recognize it as something as a little bit familiar, you know, like something that they can relate to, relatable, as some would say. And I think the lines that I remember, I don't remember the entire song, but the lines that I remember that always comes out of my head are like, I forgot his name already. Was it Harlan? No, it wasn't Harlan. It was, fuck, why am I forgetting his name? Warner, that's what his name was, Warner. If I remember how it goes, sorry I've been a pest, but I did my best. Sorry I've been a pest, but it seems my best wasn't working with you. But I found a cure and I look forward to working with you. And he goes, wait, working with who? Hey, remember that spring break when we were in the hot tub every night? We were both, I forgot the wording, jeez. The lyrics are hard to remember for any song, but this particular part, like, I always forget. We both said that things couldn't feel so right. Well, this might. Like, what? Sing my name up on that list. Be the first time that we kiss. But I think someone's judgment was poor. Sing my name in black and white. Beats making love to you all night. I feel so much better than before. Hey, she might be what you prefer, but hey, last year I was her. I'm too busy to cry, I'm too loving my name up on that list. Isn't a cool, ironic twist? Oh, wait, where's my cell? Mom will fall on the floor. Hey, Ma, look at my name in black and white. Your daughter's doing something right. Just that part, hearing that part of the song just always makes me teary-eyed. Just because, like, you want your parents to be proud of who you are and what you're doing, and the fact that she wants her mom to know that she's doing something right, it just makes me cry, because she's happy with what she's doing right now. And she wasn't when she was with Warner. And she's realizing that, you know, in this moment, like, oh, hey, I'm doing something that's making me happy, and it's not with Warner. I'm happy. It's just such a brilliant part of the song, you know? That part of the play, that part of the musical, she deserved that song. Oh, and if you're not aware, I prefer watching, when it comes to Broadways and Broadway music, when it comes to Broadways in general, like, I want to watch the original cast. If possible. And I managed to, when I learned about the musical, I managed to find a recording of the original cast. And I was like, oh, okay. So who plays who? And when I found out that Elle was played by Laura Bundy, I was like, why does that name sound familiar? And why is it that she looks familiar? And it took me, I think, at least 2 or 3 years to realize who she was. She's not just a Broadway star, she's an actress. One of the movie, she's not like a very popular one in my opinion, just because of all the stuff that she's done. But the one I recognize her most is Jumanji, the Robin Williams film, not the new ones. She played young Sarah. And when I noticed that, I was like, oh, shit. And after that, I just kept watching Legally Blonde, the musical, more and more. And I'm like, yeah, I can see it. I see her face. I see young Sarah. And it takes certain scenes in the musical to recognize that face of young Sarah. You know, like she has to have certain emotions in her face for you to recognize her. But yeah, I'm so happy to know this little trivia on her. And I am noticing the time. I gotta head out. I'm glad that we finally moved more than 10% here in this video. I want to at least have this cleaned off. Okay. This floor is still not clean. I am fucking pissed off. Oh. There we go. There we go. I feel so much better than before. Ugh. Alright, well, I suppose this would be a good place for me to stop. So with that, let's actually check the percentage of everything that I've been cleaning. I don't have all the railings done. The floor is going to be difficult to clean. I only have one railing done for these. Okay, so hang on. There's only 2 railings left of the big ones, right? That song is gonna be had all day now. But at least it'll be in my head while I watch the Traitors. Yes, I am on a Traitors marathon. I'm like watching all seasons of like the America, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia. Strangely enough, Peacock doesn't have the original show, the German one, or Canada. It's weird, but I guess licensing is an issue with this kind of show. The drama with all of the shows, with all the adaptations of the show, though, it's freaking awesome. I love it. The Australia one isn't what I expected. Then again, each country is different when hosting the show. So, strangely enough, America and United Kingdom use the same structure. for the show. Like, I was surprised. And I suppose it's because this is Alan Cummings. Like, if he bought that castle, there's a good chance that he would let the UK borrow the castle for the show. Just like, it makes sense. And for fuck's sakes, with Alan Cumming being the host of the American show, it's just like, that also fucking makes sense. Like, he does so well in playing villains. And the way he says matter that. Oh. I love him. I love him to heck. I will always respect him for what he does. No matter how he does it. And I think this also brings back the slack that people keep giving Jared Leto when playing Joker. Just like, fucking get off his back. The reason he portrayed Joker like that is because he didn't want to base it off of any movies. Like, he legit says in the comments, I don't know if it was in an interview or if it was a behind the scenes thing, but he legit said that he avoided movies at all costs. So that alright, fuck's sakes. So that, and he read the comics too. Like, he legit read the comics. Like, he wanted to make sure that he was portraying Joker the correct way. And so, if you're wondering, like, why Joker is batshit, his portrayal of Joker is batshit crazy in Suicide Squad, it's because it's based off the comics and not the movies. Come on, guys. Oh, jeez. Give him a break. Give him a break. Stop calling him out on stupid shit. Alright, anyways, y'all, that is going to be it for today. I love you so much, my beautiful kids and viewers. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central, and Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Central. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Raspberry Rabbit. Happy that we are at 53% and not fucking, 45? We're halfway there. Almost there. There will be another Dreamlight video soon, though. I might do a cheat stream for it. Sorry. And saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube. Alrighty dighty. Let's legit just go to the main fucking menu. Can we not leave the job? That is strange. Why would you do that? How is there no option of doing that? Of leaving the job? If you guys know how to leave the job, let me know. Besides quitting the game. Bye, everyone.